Starting a new game will delete all of your previous progress. Do you wish to proceed? Should I do it? Okay, pick our character. Okay, we're gonna do it. Start game! We're back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we're gonna be starting a brand new beginner playthrough series. So in this series, I am going to level myself up from level 1 all the way to level 60. And in so doing, we are going to try and get as many trophies as we can. Now, I'm going to try to stick with no DLC until at least level 30. Now, that doesn't mean I can't go onto multiplayer servers for DLC maps. So we're not going to worry about any of the missions. So when you start in the game, your starting inventory is what you see right here. So you're not going to have a lot of weapon options. You want to start with using the Ranger 243. Now, until we get some cash, we are stuck with the soft points. What you really want are the polymers. The very first thing we need to do is shoot this white-tailed doe. And I think we got her. So it's been a very long time since I leveled up to level 60. I definitely know way more about the game, so it's going to be a lot easier the second time around. Well, it's not actually the second time. I have done it a few times, but we have no skills and no perks, so we're going to have to earn them all back. So we're going to be roughing it for a little while, but it should be a lot of fun. Let me know, guys, in the comments what level you are in the game, and somewhere in the video I am going to share a key phrase. Drop that in the comments for your chance to win a 1-month membership to the channel. And there is our first doe. Okay, don't show again. Thank you. And we made our first $529. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unlock the first lookout tower and the first outpost, and we're gonna head out hunting for trophies. Okay, so I have unlocked the first lookout tower and I ran over here and we were at the first outpost. Now, what I would recommend doing is coming out here to the storage locker, go to storage, and at least on PC, we do have the 270, and that is going to be an even stronger rifle than the 243. So put that into your inventory. Now, we don't have much in the way of cash, but we are going to need some bullets. So let's go over here to rifle ammo. Unfortunately, the 270 polymers are locked, so we are going to have to use the soft points. So I am going to purchase 20 soft points to start off with, because what I really want to use are the polymers. So I still have a little bit of cash. I am going to change the time to whitetail drink time. Now, whitetail drink from 8 until 12. So I am going to change it to just about 9 o'clock. So $250 to do that. That is going to bring whitetail out to drink, and whitetail are found on the left half of the map. So we're going to be traveling that way. So let's equip that. Not going to worry about the handgun or the shotgun right now. I will leave the 243 there. We'll put the 270 in my first slot. That's the one I use the most. And I did not move my ammo over. I need the ammo. So move the 270 ammo over, and we have the starter scope, which is not very good, but we'll be trying to level up and get our hands on the better binoculars and scopes as fast as possible. Okay, let's go find some whitetail deer. Now, I want to mention that I am going to use a tiny bit of DLC at the beginning. The 2 DLCs that I am going to use are going to be the 4-wheeler, because it is free on console, and I don't think it is on PC, and the 10th DLC for the same reason, because a lot of you guys will already have that right from the start, so we're just going to even the playing field. Okay, I do not have any weapons for class 1, so we're going to be using the 270 to shoot this turkey. Well, we're going to use it to try and shoot this turkey. I'm not used to not having a follow-up shot. Oh my gosh. And I have spooked a herd of whitetail because I don't have very many skills and perks. Well, I don't have any. And I hit it! Oh, look at all the whitetail. Holy! Okay. Now, not having a follow-up shot here is probably going to drive me a little crazy, but that is an insane amount of whitetail. And I think we got the kill there. We did! Very sweet. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm spotting every single one to see if there is a level 3 or a gigantic level 2 that could score diamond, and I don't think that there is. So let's mark how far they are away from us so that we can approach them and not spook them. Now, I'm also going to be checking around all the rest of the edges of the water because whitetail are drinking and there could be multiple drink zones here. So whenever an animal is running, you want to lead the shot, and what that means is you want to aim in front of the animal so that it runs into the shot, basically. If you aim and shoot where you want to hit while an animal is moving, you're going to hit probably its rear end. But when you're brand new, if at all possible, you want to be taking shots on animals that are standing still. And right now, we want to be taking broadside shots as much as possible because we are using soft points, and soft points are definitely not the best. If you take a frontal shot with the soft points, you're probably not going to hit a vital. So until you get your hands on the polymers, try to stick with broadside shots. Now, another thing I want to mention is that before we have zeroing, we are automatically zeroed to 150 meters. So you want to be taking your shots from pretty much exactly 150 meters, and you will hit exactly on the crosshairs. If you take shots from further away, say 300 meters, and you aim right on vitals, you are going to shoot underneath the animal because you're not zeroed properly. So anywhere between 150 and 200 meters, you should get your shot as a new player before you have zeroing. But we're gonna go for this guy. Wait for the reload and see if I can get... Oh, I should have been faster there. Okay. Oh, not spotting them through my scope is driving me crazy. Well, it's making me appreciate the things I have in game, that is for sure. I think they're all does now. Well, you know what? I need cash. Let's shoot a doe. I hit it! Okay. Now, you cannot reload at this point while you are running, so I have to stop to reload. But you always want to be reloaded because you never know when you're going to need to take a shot. You don't want to have to wait to reload. So, this is the first whitetail we took down. And we got a left lung on the trot. I definitely couldn't have done that as a new player. But those are the soft points, and as you can see, the penetration is terrible, but it did the job, and we made $706, so not bad. Now, hopefully I can cross here. But being in Layton sure does take back memories, and we got a vital. Sweet. So once you see the vital blood splatter, you want to track the blood to the kill. So I highlighted it. So now I want to find those tracks and follow them. But that is the animal coming in, so that's not what we want. So we're looking for that teal color. And there's some blood. Beautiful. So we're going to follow the cone, and there he is right up there. So when you're a brand new player, you're going to make way more noise running around than when you have the proper skills and perks. But generally speaking, until you get polymers, you probably should not worry about hunting moose or elk too much. And he is gone. And here is our whitetail buck. So $754. The unfortunate thing about hunting whitetail is that whitetail do not pay very well. A lot of predators in the game will pay up to $1,600 a kill. So whitetail on the scale are not the best. But here they are already starting to come back. Oh, we're unlocking equipment. Let's try and take her down. I'm used to being able to see their health as it drops, but as a new player, I have no idea what's happening, but we did get a vital. I can see the blood. Beautiful. $622, and we leveled up. Okay. Oh, we're actually at level 3 now, so we can do a little bit of skill and perk point shopping. Let's go into our skills. So under skills, you're going to have stalker and you're going to have ambusher skills. To start off with, I would recommend starting with the ambusher skills and purchasing 1 point in scent tinkerer. Now, I don't use the scents a whole lot, but what that's going to do is unlock tier 1. What we want to get to more than anything else is spotting knowledge. So let's go ahead and purchase that. So the next time we do get a skill point, we can get spotting knowledge. So now we're going to spend our perk point. So we'll go into perks. Now there are perks in all of the different weapon categories. We have rifles, handguns, shotguns, and archery. Now, some of the perks in here are not just for the category that they're in. So for example, with shotguns, there is recoil management, and that lessens the recoil when firing any weapon, not just shotguns. So pay attention to that. So to start off with, we are going to unlock 1 point in muscle memory. This is going to unlock the ability to ready your next shot without leaving aim mode for rifles, shotguns, and handguns. So that works for me. And I think we have one more kill to pick up. Now I don't know if I got a vital or not. Is there any blood around here? So I couldn't find the blood for that last whitetail doe that we shot, so I'm not going to waste time on it. I'm just going to carry on and look for more whitetail. But look at the hunting pressure. We did all right there. Not bad. Now, I wanted to show you guys how to look up drink times and all the info you need in order to play this game. So if you join my Discord, I will leave the link in the description below. Come in here to references and map specs, and I have an info sheet for every map in the game. So this is for Layton Lakes. So we are hunting whitetail deer. It will tell you everything you need to know. So whitetail are a class 4 species. They go from level 1 to level 3, and we have great one whitetail in the game. So it has the max weight in kilograms and in pounds, also for the great one. And then this is the drink time, feed time, and rest times. So 8 to 12 is what we're hunting right now. But if you wanted to go out and hunt blacktail, you just come on in here, figure out their time to drink is from 16 to 20, just makes it very easy. And there are all their collars and their common and rare fur types. You could just save this sheet onto your computer or your phone and have it ready whenever you need it. I do also have a chart in here for max levels. That's very handy for new players. So if you're not sure what level a certain animal goes to, come on in here and check. But as you play the game, you will learn what level everything goes to just from experience. But in a nutshell, it basically works like this. Most deer species go to level 5, with the exception of whitetail, musk deer, and roe deer. And red deer go to 9 legendary. Those are the exceptions. There's always an exception to the rule, right? But every other deer species goes to level 5. Then predators go to 9 legendary, and pretty much everything else goes to level 5. And anything that is class 1 goes to level 3. So ducks, bunnies, birds, anything that flies goes to level 3. But the nice thing is when you spot an animal, it will tell you the class number. See, I just picked up a track. It tells me right there that whitetail are a class 4 species. There's a bear. How you doing? I don't know what kind of shot we got. Oh yeah, I can take a second shot because of that last skill or perk point. I obviously did not get a vital. She's still running. Let's go see what I hit. Okay, there it is. There's some blood. Did I get a vital? I got a vital. Look at that. That's crazy. Now the 270 is good for classes 4 to 8. So we will get integrity on this bear. I just got to track it properly. Okay, when you're tracking, you can actually open up your handheld. Okay, I press 0 because I have nothing in my 0 slot. And that brings up the handheld. So it's kind of helpful for tracking. It shows you the open cone for the track. And there's our bear. Okay. Look at that left lung shot from 40 meters with the 270 soft points and $1,171. That's pretty sweet. Awesome. Okay. Now I wanted to mention, if you have any friends who already play the Hunter Call of the Wild, ask them to tent their latent map for you in multiplayer. Then you can just jump from tent to tent and unlock your entire map in like 10 minutes. That is the fast and easy way to do it. And every time a new map comes out in the game, that is definitely what we do. Now, as a new player, I do highly recommend you do the missions, even though we're not doing them in today's video. What they are going to do is help you to learn the game. They will also help you with cash and XP, so they're definitely very helpful as a new player. Okay, we have found another herd of whitetail, and that level 2 looks like a nice big one. Let's get over there and see how many we can take down. So right now, I am right at the bottom of the river here. I know that there is an outpost right up in this area, so I am going to go unlock it after we take care of some of these whitetail. Now, normally I run right up to 200 meters, but because I don't have the proper skills and perks yet, I stopped running at 250 meters and I started walking so that we don't spook these whitetail. Now, I don't think that guy's big enough to be a diamond, but let's shoot him and find out. So whitetail can go diamond at level 2 and level 3, and just because you find a level 3 does not guarantee that it will be a diamond. There are also trolls in the game, and what a troll is a max level animal that does not score a diamond even when you pass the harvest check. It's just too small. Okay, so as soon as you're in under 200 meters, you will be zeroed properly. We're gonna reload. Might have to buy some more ammo soon. Okay. I don't love the scope or the fact that I can't highlight anything. Okay, that's right, my dude. Come and give us a broadside. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be a diamond, but he is going to be maybe a 235. Okay, here we go. Well, I hit it. Don't know what happened. Let's go find out. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention is when you are in my Discord, if you scroll down just a little bit, I do have a hotspot map section, and currently we have a hotspot map for every map in the game. I just need to update Rancho, but if you go here to Latent Lakes, it will show you where to hunt for every species. Now, when I mentioned that whitetail are found on the left half of the map, this is actually where my zones were before I reset, but you want to be looking for whitetail on the left half of the map. But whenever you're hunting any species, come on in here, say you're going to Medved and you want to hunt for wild boar, that is where you're going to look. And I put stars on hotspots so that you're not looking in spots where they are not going to be found. But when you are first starting out, this is going to be the most difficult time in the game because you don't have the skills and perks or the equipment that you need. As you level up, the game's going to get easier and easier. And oh, it's a 226. And look at that. Beautiful left long shot from 160 meters. Now there should be another one. Guys, if you are enjoying the video or finding it helpful in any way, please take a second to splat that like button. Thank you guys so much. Look at the hunting pressure. We did all right. So now I have to find some blood. Okay, we just got a warning call from a black bear. So whenever you get a warning call, you want to stop and start to crouch. Now I do have a good wind. You do want to be paying attention to your wind in the bottom right-hand corner. So the wind that we have right now is actually a perfect wind. The wind is blowing behind us. When it is the opposite and the open cone is basically straight ahead, then you have your wind blowing right at the animal, and that is going to spook them. Now, they don't smell you when you are further than 200 meters, so keep that in mind. Now, the game does come with scent eliminator. There it is right there. I don't know how well it actually works, but when you do use it, a little timer starts in the bottom right-hand corner, and that is supposed to block some of the scent, but it's not that great. So I am tracking this whitetail. Now, because I can't see the health dropping, because I don't have the tracking skills yet, I don't see this bear, so I don't know if he's still here or not, but I'm kind of tippy-toeing around in case I see him. Oh, we have turkeys. Turkeys. Okay, we made it to this outpost right here. So what I'm gonna do is change the time. It is now 12:18, and that means whitetail are no longer drinking and moose are now drinking. Moose drink from 12 till 1600. And seeing as we don't have the best of weapons yet, we're gonna put it back to whitetail drink time. So I'm gonna put it back. I'm not gonna set it right for 8 o'clock, even though they start at 8. By setting the time a little bit into the drink time, there's just a much greater chance that the whitetail or whatever animal you're hunting will be in their need zone. And the cost when changing the time is 25% cheaper when you change it in a tent as opposed to an outpost. But right now it's only $250. But when you do another time change close together, the price will continue to rise. Now, if I don't do another time change and I go hunt for a couple hours and then I come back to do another time change, it will still be $250. But time changes can be as much as $1,800 if you keep changing the time over and over and over again. Okay, so we're gonna search this river, see if we can find ourselves a sweet whitetail. We're gonna shoot everything we can. Now, I wanted to also mention that when you take a poor shot on something as a new player, if it's a flesh shot, don't worry about tracking it. It will literally take you forever. Your time is actually better spent shooting another animal with a vital shot and just quickly picking it up. So just don't kill yourself tracking poor shots. I came back to the outpost because I wanted to check a couple things in the storage locker. So right now we are at 316 out of 700 points that we need to unlock the polymers for the 270. So we will be doing that as soon as we can. The other thing I wanted to do, I am going to purchase, let me see, we're not going to use handguns. This is a 12 gauge. Okay, so we need 12 gauge birdshot and it's locked. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to have to use the 12 gauge buckshot in order to unlock the birdshot. So literally, we are not going to have anything to shoot class 1s for a little while. So that's the way it goes. But the one thing you can do is go into the store and go to handguns. Now, all my DLC is going to show in here. We're not going to use it, but you're going to have the Sunberg 454 for free. So we're going to buy that baby. That's the best handgun in the game, and it is good for classes 4 all the way up to 9. So we're going to put that in there. Unfortunately, we can only buy the soft points until we get to 5,300 points. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. But let's buy $440. We'll buy 30 of those, and we are going to buy more 270 ammo. Unfortunately, again, more soft points. So up to 40, and don't forget to move the ammo you purchased over. Okay, so then we're gonna put that on the roster, just drag it over to load it, and you have to unlock the handgun scope, so there is no scope to start with. So if you are gonna use a handgun, you're gonna have to get really close. Okay, now we're actually gonna go hunt for more whitetail. Okay, we have found another herd of whitetail drinking. Beautiful. They're about 166 meters away. Let's reload first, scope back on, and see if we can take more than one down. Now, they're not giving us the most broadside shots, but and this scope is pretty terrible. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna go for this guy. Stay highlighted, dude. I think I hit the doe. I don't know what happened. Let's go see. Oh, There's no hunting pressure. That's bad. So let's talk about hunting pressure. Whenever you kill an animal, the first thing that's going to appear on the map is that big purple splot, and that is hunting pressure. First thing it tells you is that the animal has died. The second thing it tells you is if you put a waypoint right in the center of the hunting pressure, that is where you shot the animal. Not where the animal will be, but where you shot it. From there you can track the animal, but I did not kill any of them, so that was a complete swing and a miss. So I'm not even gonna go over there. None of them have died, and if I track them, it will just take me forever. Oh, there's some whitetail right there. So if you pull open your map after spotting an animal, the last animal spotted will give you this green circle. Just by putting your pointer on it, it will show you in the bottom right-hand corner how far away that animal is. So this whitetail is 209.26 meters away. Is it even there still? It is still there. It says traveling. All right, I'm gonna try and take a frontal shot. Now you always want to crouch for a steadier shot, and then you can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna walk a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Now I'm standing straight up, just so I could see, and we have hunting pressure. Beautiful. So once you take that shot, open up the map, and it'll tell you whether you got your shot or not just by seeing if there's hunting pressure. Your marker right on the center of the hunting pressure, which is where the green circle is, and that is where we will track from. You can kill 3 animals from any need zone, but when you kill the 4th animal, that will delete the need zone or any need zones underneath the hunting pressure. So we got a left long shot. We actually got a frontal shot. Isn't that beautiful? 172 meters with the 270, and that paid us a whopping $623. Maybe we should hunt bears, but they drink at night, unfortunately, and we don't have the night vision binoculars. So you'll notice once you spook animals away from their need zone, eventually they will want to come back to that need zone, and we just unlocked the 6.5. So let me explain to you how need zones work, because that is very important to the game. So basically, to discover a need zone, you either spot the animal while it is in the need zone, just like that. That ding gave us this drink zone right here. Now, all the animals that are attached to that need zone will be in that need zone sometime between 8 and 12. Now, they won't show up right at 8 o'clock, but at some point after 8, they will show up, and they will stay in that zone until 12 o'clock, and at which time they will leave and they will go to their next zone. Now, when you spook an animal out of its zone, it will usually eventually come back to that zone, and if you spook an animal out of its zone and you leave the game and come back, it will be right back in that need zone. So basically, animals are attached to the zones that they belong to, and that zone will always be on the map until you accidentally delete it by killing more than 3 animals and killing it with hunting pressure, in which case it will disappear from that spot and it will randomly be placed somewhere else on the map for you to discover. But if you spook an animal out of its zone, don't panic, it will come back to that zone, or it will be there next time. Okay, so since we have a little bit of cash, I decided to come back to our sheet and look at what time blacktail drink. Now, they drink from 16 to 20, so I'm going to change the time to 1700, about an hour into blacktail drink time. Now, because I changed the time not that long ago, you'll notice my time change is more expensive than last time, and that's just the way it goes. Okay, now we should find some blacktail drinking, and I know they drink down here, but you can go into the ladies' hotspot maps and open the blacktail map, and that's where all of my zones were, so you can look at all of those areas. You won't have exactly the same need zones that I do, but they definitely should be similar, so that just helps you with where to look for blacktail deer. So right now we are at this outpost. I'm gonna look in this area, and then I'm going to work my way over to Belmont Lake. Okay, we have our first blacktail doe. Now, it is 129 meters away, so we're automatically zeroed to 150. We got her! We got her. Now, I actually have to stop to reload, but it's always a good idea to reload right away so that if you do have the opportunity for a shot on the fly, you have bullets ready to go. So you'll want to put a waypoint right on the center and then track from there. Unless, of course, you drop your animal, then it's going to be right around the waypoint. And there she is. Beautiful shot, 135 meters, $771. So a little bit more than a whitetail. So now we are on Belmont Lake, and I know that there are blacktail zones down around this corner, so that is where we're headed. Okay, we just got a warning call from black-tailed deer. Now, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, this is a great example of the worst wind possible. So they're probably going to spook before I even get eyes on them because of my scent. But they definitely know that I'm here. Oh, now females aren't going to spook as fast as males will. Oh, we got a buck here. Yes. Got him! That should have been good. No? Really? Oh my gosh, that looked beautiful. I didn't measure how far he was, so my zeroing must have been off. He is down. Okay, let's see what happened. So let's put a waypoint right in the middle, and no organs hit, but it did die. So we will go and find him, and just to show how far he is going to run. Now I am using the 270, so he won't run as far as if we were using the 243, but it might take forever to find him. Okay, and here he is. So our shot was a little bit high because he was closer than I realized. So because we are automatically 0 to 150 before we get the zeroing skill, because he's closer, the shot is going to register higher. I needed to aim lower. So we still got $630, so not a complete loss. And we didn't have to go that far. 150 meters, not too bad. But I want to talk about being hidden in the game. Now, when you're 200 meters away from any animal, they're not going to see you when you're crouched. But when you get a little closer, they will start to know that you're there. So let's say you are wanting to get really close to an animal to use the bow or use a weapon that doesn't have long distance zeroing. So basically, when you look in the bottom right hand corner, you can see how hidden you are by the indicator right in the middle. So right now we have the little eyeball, kind of a slit, so animals can somewhat see us. But when you go into the tree here, so we're partially hidden, but when I crouch, hidden, I don't know how far away they can see, maybe 20 meters. But when you go in even further, and this is what you see, basically you have the line, but it's dimmed out. That is completely hidden. So animals should not know that you're here until they come right up to you. And only certain trees will actually hide you. Not every tree in the game will hide you. We have a black-tailed doe here, 236 meters. So let's take a shot from 236 meters. Now this time we're gonna aim high because we are automatically 0 to 150. So we're gonna have some bullet drop. So for this shot, I am going to aim at the spine. I definitely hit it. Let's see if we have hunting pressure, and we do. Beautiful. So you just want to aim a little bit higher if you are taking further back shots. Okay, so here is our doe, and as a little far back, but as far as the bullet drop, that was absolutely perfect, and we did get a vital $784 for this black-tailed doe, and we leveled up. Delightful. Okay, so we now have a skill point, so let's go into skills. So now we're gonna put 1 point into spotting knowledge. So at level 1, this reveals additional information about how aware the animal is of nearby threats. Then when we get to level 2, it's gonna give us info about the health of the animal, so we'll be able to see the health dropping and know whether we got a good shot or not. And at level 3, this gives us the approximate trophy rating and weight of the animal, making it way easier to identify diamond potential animals. Let's go ahead and purchase that. So now when we get closer to this blacktail, we'll basically see its emotions change, and it's going to become aware of us. Like this one here says fleeing. It didn't say that before. He's still calm. Let's see how close I can get till he stops being calm. Okay, so now he's attentive. So he knows that we're here. So now when I'm about 100 meters away, okay, now he's alert, and after alert, they will spook. Okay, so we're going to aim right at the spine. Wish I could get my binoculars out faster, but there it says fleeing. We can't see the health dropping yet, but that should have been a good shot. I'm a little worried why he hasn't died. Maybe it was not. I think I needed to aim lower because we are 0 to 150. Okay, so we got a no organ hit. He has died, but I would imagine we would have to track him for quite a bit. As a beginner, I would recommend taking your shots from 150 to 200 meters. That way you're gonna hit exactly where you aim, and you're gonna be doing less of what I'm doing right now. Tracking poor shots. But I think we're gonna end the video here. Guys, let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do in this brand new beginner series. And thank you guys so much for watching. Click here for the top 10 tips and tricks for new players.